What up, y'all? If you don't know, you should already know, but you know what time it is. You need to hit that like, subscribe, and post notification bell for me. So, I don't know. First off, I don't know if y'all can tell, but lately, um, as I've become more fed and satisfied, appetite is crazy post show, but we're about just a couple. No, today's, I want to say, the 34 week mark post show. Up to about 195 body weight, which is pretty good. I'm not going to cover too much of that. What I really want to talk about, what's really going to, and I hope it doesn't, but my goal isn't to not do it, perhaps hurt some feelings, because I've met some really outstanding people and athletes over the course of the last couple of years as I've really gotten serious about coaching and training and writing programming that I know from my experience in fitness and bodybuilding when it comes to nutrition, strength training, cardio, rest, recovery, all that stuff will catapult people's progress given that they adhere to the written programming. What I've seen again and again and again, and I've fallen into this, so for context, I don't want it to come across like I've never fallen victim to these things because I most certainly have. Um, but more and more lately, what I come across are extremely intelligent people, very gifted people genetically. Um, but I see again and again the same patterns of frustration and regression, honestly, of people who should be skyrocketing. And they, while they may be at the top at their gym, they are leagues below where they should be, given their ability, their natural ability, their genetics. And if they would adhere to programming, they would skyrocket. I notice this in my personal training when it comes to nutrition and recovery and programming, adherence, and compliance, listening to my coach and the bullshit that goes on in my head. My progress just ratchets up, dependent, right? Like context dependent, whether it's reduction in body fat or now recovery, having to stem those internal messages, right? Like, oh no, I feel good, I feel strong, you know, I'm gonna really push it. I'm gonna really drive food up. I'm gonna really drive calories up because I want to maximize on this time. I need to defer personally with my programming to authority and experience, which my coach has on me in spades. I'm no dummy, but when it comes to bodybuilding, prep, off season, all that stuff, I'm a novice. My coach is the expert. So that's why I defer to them for most things, nutrition and programming, to the point of the video. And again, I see some really, really great people making some really fundamental mistakes. Chronic inflammation. I can't say enough about this. If you are training balls to the wall 6 days a week, 6 a.m., and you're just getting after it every single day, 6 days a week, when are you taking a break? One rest day a week does not cut it. It does not cut it. Not even close. Not even close. The way that I know for a fact that some of y'all training, 2 lowers, 2 or 3 push sessions a week, metcons in between or in addition to, and no food. Come on, man. Come on. And you've been training like this, you've been training for longer than 5 years and you still can't do a pull-up, that's your first sign. You're not progressing. You're not even maintaining. I would venture to say that if we do a DEXA scan on you over a period of 6 months and we maintain your current level of programming, you're losing muscle. Guarantee you. I guarantee you're losing muscle. Accrued chronic fatigue. Fatigue builds, y'all. It's something that a lot of people don't talk about. You know, in today's culture of hustle porn, we want to keep people coming to the gym. We want to keep those membership dues coming in. We want to keep people active and feeling good. So what do? We build a sense of community, which is great. We build friendships in the gym, which is great. We have the whole social aspect, which is great, but none of these things are doing you any favors in the gains department. I know it because I see it. You know it because you live it. Let's get together on this. Accrued chronic fatigue. You need to take breaks. Things like deloads, lifting lighter. This should not come when we're hurt. Things like injury, poor sleep habits, all the stuff we want to avoid at all costs. So how do we do that? Training, you already know what I'm gonna say. Training with intention and not killing ourselves every single time we train. This ain't 1920. We know what we're doing today. Well, we have a better idea of what we should be doing today. Y'all need to pay attention. So managing and reducing fatigue. How do we do it? If you're training 6 days a week, what you're going to do now is you're going to train 5 non-consecutive days. Oh God, I'm going to get fat. No, you're not. No, you're not. 5 non-consecutive days. That means you're going to have an entire day off where you're not doing cardio. You might get 10,000 steps. That's all right. But we don't want that heart rate to go above 120. So you're not doing your targeted cardio. You're eating your food, right? You're cooking your food on these days and you're eating your food on these days every day. And you're prioritizing sleep and rest. So what's that mean? If one or both of those days land on a weekend, I would prefer that you spread them out. But if both of those days land on, say, like a Friday and then a Sunday, you're literally, if you can, at least on Sunday, doing nothing but kicking it at home, watching movies, cooking food. You're drawing the shades. You're not letting the light in. You're being sedentary on that day, right? No active rests or any of that crap. Relax. It's gonna be okay. Chronically underfed. Now I post about this on Facebook, and I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna reiterate again. As a coach, this has got to be. When I was going over the metrics for my clients since January. This is the most frustrating and gut wrenching thing when you see it at the average 3.8 something percent. And the only reason it's that high is because of the New Year's resolutions during January. Everybody was fired up and motivated, and it tapered off to 0. So what we're doing now is we're actively working against our own best interests when we're talking about fitness goals, progression, building muscle. But Chris, I'm losing weight. Isn't that great? No, it's horrible because I can guarantee you that that's muscle and water. The water we can get back, the muscle we can build back, but I'm telling you, you're fighting inflammation, central nervous system damage and overstimulation. You're fighting metabolic adaptations and damage that realistically are going to take 6 months to a year to repair and get functioning optimally. For a few of y'all, you know who I'm talking to. What's that look like? Like I said, that looks like training maybe even 3 days a week, right? Whole body, 3 days a week. Just once per body part. 3 training days a week. The rest is rest. Eating your food, clean nutrition. We're taking cheat meals out for like at least 14 days, building into this, and then we're just incorporating small free meals, not just out and out, just binge fest for 45 minutes like I have, and I do program for some of y'all, but some of y'all, that ain't the ticket. So training a lot less, sleeping a lot more mobility training, stretching, drinking a lot more water, reducing that chronic fatigue that's built up, paying back some of that accrued sleep debt, healing some of those nagging injuries. You know, some of y'all learned how to say piriformis. You can't even find it, but you think you heard it. What's happened is your hips are inflamed and bugging you, your knees are inflamed, your shoulders, all that stuff. Like I said, you still can't do a pull-up. And you've been in the gym for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. That is insane. You can't do one unassisted pull-up. And you've been in the gym for 5, 6, 7 years. We need to talk more. We need to talk more. Eat your food. Train less. Eat more. Build more muscle. Lose more body fat. I know it's crazy. Chris, how does this stuff work? Well, you need to jump in and call me. Well, maybe not call me. If you got my number, call me. If you don't have my number, there's probably a reason for that. But email me at mentor@majionline.com, where you can visit the website, hit learn more. That'll email me directly. You can DM me on Facebook. You can hit me up on Instagram, cp.page.1. I do my best to respond to everybody unless it's just some weirdo shit and then you just get blocked. I have no problem with that. But the difference, what we're going to cover, I'm not going to list it here or online at all because A, I've learned my lesson doing that. B, this is an exclusive workshop and it's different, hence the name. We're going to cover the gamut. And like I said in my post, that you will have no worldly excuse leaving this workshop, aside from just being a lazy butt, for not prioritizing rest, nutrition, proper structure and training and programming. We're getting rid of all the junk training, and I'm starting y'all from 101, day one, green as hell. I don't care how long you've been in the gym, what you think you know, we're starting from day one, basics, and we're building on that. So by the time you leave this workshop, you'll be confident in being able to write not just your programming, but your kids' programming, your husband's programming, your wife's programming, your homie's programming, all that. My goal, I don't want lifelong clients. It's cool if y'all, once we open the gym doors, that y'all want to come and train at my gym, because we're going to have everything you need, plus some, and none of the shit that you don't, right? There's a lot of equipment and stuff like that that's just fluff that we don't need. And is a little dangerous, but that's neither here nor there. But what I don't look for, never has been my goal, ever, ever, ever. I still resist the churn and burn. I don't give a damn if it takes me 10 years to build Maji to where I want it to be, where I know it's going to be. I want to teach people out of my coaching services. Get the hell out. Nope, I ain't taking no more of your money. You grown, just like a baby. We raise them, and the goal is that they leave and they flourish, and then they go and they spread that experience, strength, and hope, and fitness or life or whatever with other people. That's the goal. You know what I'm saying? That's the goal. None of this, no more of this gatekeeping and hoarding information. I'm gonna tell you everything I know, plus some, and we're gonna share, and it's gonna be dope. I'm telling you. But you will apply for this workshop because it may not be a good fit for you. It's going to be a big commitment. If you've trained with me, you know that I ask a lot of people, but I give a lot in return. I ask a lot, but I give a lot in return. You sign up with me, you're getting your money's worth, but you got to work. This is the way that I work. If you're here with effort, there's me right there with you. If you're here with effort, I'm still going to be here. I'm not going to come and get you. You grown, right? Right? The baseline, you know, we start reasonably moderate as far as intensity. I'm not just going to throw you in with the wolves and expect you to perform at a high level right away. No, I'm going to teach you and coach you, and we're going to progress. That's what periodization and progression is, right? But you got to keep up. If you're missing training days and you're not logging food, you're not tracking, this ain't Weight Watchers, homie. I'm not about to come and check your plate. If you're not eating the food, okay, you're not gonna get stronger. If you're missing training sessions, okay, you're not gonna progress and you're not gonna get stronger. I want you to, but I would say no babysitters club. This is on you. My coach lives in another state, and I'm killing fitness and bodybuilding right now. From a personal standpoint, killing it. I do my job, my coach does their job, we're friends at the end of the day, but I understand the dynamic here. We talk once a week. I mean, if I need something, they'll be there for me, but we're not kicking it all the time. You know, I'll send them little funny shit, or if I have a serious question that I can't intuit on my own, nah, bro, I'm not about to just bother this person with, can I have this? No, I'm not gonna do that. Because it's not in the program, and it's not 0 calorie, and it makes the food taste like shit. Come on. Let's get together here. 2023. Buy the food, cook the food, eat the damn food, rest, recover, train hard. Peace, y'all.